Hi, storytellers, friends, and family. Happy Thursday. My name's Carrie Severson. For those of you who don't know me, welcome. I am in this visibility challenge with this beautiful, soulful business coach, Lacey Craig, and her challenge for today was to share our story about a topic that we do business in. And since I am a entrepreneur who works with women around the world who use their story to transform lives, I thought I would do this here. So I'm just going to share this with my group, the Soulful Storyteller. And here we go. Cool, thank you. All right, so the challenge today was to talk about my story around this particular topic. So for those of you who don't know, I have a background in storytelling, a degree in journalism, but it wasn't until I launched my entrepreneur career 6 years ago that my personal story started to become super important. So I launched a nonprofit 6 years ago called Severson Sisters, and we taught girls how to be better friends to other girls. We did that through an after-school program we created called Supergirl, and it was nationwide. We have programs running in Arizona, California, Wisconsin, Minnesota, New York. It was incredibly humbling and fulfilling, and I loved it and got overwhelmed by it at the same time. Hey, Amanda. So what I learned in that process was how important my personal story was for the foundation of this nonprofit. Every single time I met a new donor or a new facilitator or a new school leader, the question of why I decided to launch this nonprofit came up. What was the reason? And the reason was always my story. I experienced bullying in middle school. It really shocked and shook my self-esteem, and I wanted to create a place for girls to come together and learn how to communicate better with one another, support each other, all that jazz. And so my story was always front and center. It came up every single time I spoke to a media member. It came up every time I took the stage. It got to the point where I got so good at telling my story that it really was ingrained in the foundation, and it was at the core of the business. People were attracted to my story, and so they wanted to know more about the nonprofit. Again, it helps that I have a 20-year history in journalism, and I worked as a publicist, and I knew how to talk to the media and all that jazz. But the lesson learned in that first entrepreneurial experience was that my story was key. It was essential. So how my personal story and business storytelling applies to the people that I work with today. I love working with women to teach them how to step into their story, to own the power of their story and their lessons. And even though storytelling is kind of a buzzword in the coaching community and the online community, because we use it for everything from our website content to our sales strategy to landing pages to personal essays, books, what we're putting out, dinner conversations, everything is revolved around storytelling these days. I feel like sometimes we get lost in the end result of the story versus the purpose of the story itself. And my experience in storytelling is that your story is supposed to connect the heart and the soul of the business to the end user. And so it helps me, storytelling has helped me learn how important those pieces are, right? Like the soul of the business and the heart of the business to the foundation of the business for the end user to really see and feel comfortable coming into that business. So I like to work with my clients to help them find the right story for the right outlet, for the right platform, for the right audience. and that's a lot of fun for me, watching that journey unfold. And hi, sweetheart, how are you? Talk about storytelling. You're doing such a good job with your story this week. I absolutely love working with you. So when working with a client, I get really specific on like the end, not just the end goal of the story, but like the purpose of the story, and where is this supposed to live, and how is this supposed to transform the lives of the people that absorb it, read it, hear it, see it, experience it. Because that's really what storytelling is all about. Not just letting you transform, but letting the person absorbing your story transform too. Hey Ashley, oh my gosh, how are you? Talk to you forever. I love seeing your stuff on Instagram. Your kids are so cute. So that's what this challenge is all about this week. It's about getting visible and explaining why you do what you do. And her challenge was to go live on your business page, which I don't do very often. I go live in my group, the Soulful Storyteller, but I don't come on live on my business page very much, and I should do it more. I'm doing really well, Ashley. Thank you. It's so fun. My storytelling business is going really well. It's so cool. I'm supporting women around the world, like tell stories. It's crazy. Yesterday, I started my day with a client in Switzerland, and ended my day with a client in Australia, and got like accidentally Facebook called by a client in Sweden. It was a very international day for me yesterday. I feel so fulfilled and sparkly. All these places I haven't gotten to go yet, but I really want to. So thank you so much. I'm so proud of you, and I love watching your life unfold too. The power of social media, right? Storytelling through social media keeps us all together. So the questions that I wanted to ask you guys about your stories, it's June 1st. I love starting the month figuring out I ask myself these 3 questions at the start of the month. What can I do to call in and create and to be better this month? And then what story am I still holding captive in my heart that is ready to release, and how can I prepare myself for that? So storytelling isn't just an external thing. It starts internally, which is what I work with all my clients on. Is, are you prepared to tell the story? Is it healed? Where are you in it? Is it in your body? Is it stuck in your body? How can you let it go? So it's June 1st. Ask yourself, what story you're going to tell this month, and how can you prepare yourself to tell it? I hope that resonates with you. Let me know. I would love to hear it. If you aren't in the Soulful Storyteller Facebook group, you're always welcome to come on in. We have storytellers of all formats in there, and it's really fun. So, all right, you guys, happy storytelling. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.